What if I told you that by pouring something simple on your soil this December, you could revitalize it, making it healthier, richer, and more productive than any fertilizer ever could? This isn't a new chemical, and it's not an expensive product. It's an ancient trick that's been proven for centuries. Stick around, because today I'm showing you the secret that will make your soil come alive naturally. Let's take a moment and think about the fertilizers most of us use. Whether you're growing vegetables, flowers, or crops, we all rely on fertilizers to give plants the boost they need to grow. But here's the thing, fertilizers don't build soil health. They offer a quick fix, feeding the plants directly, but they don't support the long-term health of your soil. In fact, over time, fertilizers can deplete the soil, kill beneficial microbes, and leave the soil weaker and less resilient. Over the years, I've seen it happen on farms and gardens where fertilizers became the go-to solution. But what happened next? The soil kept needing more and more, and those quick boosts were only temporary. Soil health is a long-term game, and fertilizers just aren't designed to build that kind of foundation. So what do we do instead? How do we break this cycle and regenerate the soil so it can continue to support our plants naturally, year after year? The answer is wood ash, and it's something that works with nature, not against it. So why should you pour wood ash in December? Here's the thing, fertilizers are great for a quick fix. They feed your plants right away, but they don't help the soil in the long run. They give plants what they need now, but once those nutrients are absorbed, the soil is left weaker and needing more. It's like giving your garden a sugar rush, fast but short-lived. But when you pour wood ash in December, you're doing something that fertilizes your soil and also builds its health for the entire growing season ahead. Here's why it works better than traditional fertilizers. 1. It balances soil pH naturally. If your soil is too acidic, wood ash acts like a natural pH balancer, raising the pH to a more neutral level. Why does this matter? Plants thrive in a neutral environment, and when the soil pH is right, they can absorb nutrients more efficiently. Fertilizers don't do this. They just feed the plants without improving the soil itself. But with wood ash, your soil becomes better and stronger for the long haul. 2. It improves soil structure. Wood ash contains calcium and magnesium, two minerals that improve soil structure. What does that mean for you? It helps make your soil looser and more friable, so the roots of your plants can penetrate deeper and grow stronger. When your soil is better structured, it also has better drainage, and it holds water more effectively. This means plants can access the water and nutrients they need to grow stronger and healthier. 3. It supports soil microbes. Another huge difference between wood ash and chemical fertilizers is that wood ash actually supports soil microbes, the good ones. These beneficial microbes are vital for breaking down organic matter and recycling nutrients in the soil. When you add wood ash, you're helping to create a thriving microbial ecosystem that will keep your soil alive and self-sustaining. Fertilizers, on the other hand, can harm microbial life and reduce biodiversity in the soil, leaving it weaker over time. So, with wood ash, you're not just feeding your plants for a season. You're improving the health and structure of your soil for the long term. It's a sustainable solution that builds healthy, resilient soil, rather than relying on constant chemical inputs. Now that you know why pouring wood ash in December works so well, let's talk about how you can actually use it on your soil to make the most of this simple, natural soil amendment. First off, the good news is that this isn't complicated at all. The beauty of using wood ash is how easy it is to apply, and the best part? You don't need any fancy equipment, just a little preparation and patience will make all the difference. Step 1. Collect your wood ash. If you have a wood stove, fireplace, or even a fire pit, you probably have a ready supply of wood ash right there. Make sure you're using untreated wood though. No chemicals, no paint, just pure wood ash. This ensures that what you're putting in your soil is natural and safe for your plants. If you don't have any at home, you can often find wood ash from local sawmills or farmers who have extra from heating their homes. Step 2. Test your soil's pH. Before you start applying, it's always a good idea to test your soil's pH. This doesn't need to be a complicated process. Soil testing kits are widely available at garden centers or online. The reason this is important is that wood ash is great for acidic soils. If your soil is too acidic, wood ash will help raise the pH to a more neutral level, which is ideal for most plants. If your soil's already neutral or alkaline, you'll want to apply sparingly to avoid over-alkalizing the soil. Step 3. Apply the wood ash. Once your ash is ready, it's time to spread it evenly across your soil. A little goes a long way. Aim for about a quarter cup per square foot of soil. You don't need to cover it too thickly. The key is to distribute it evenly so it can start breaking down slowly and working its way into the soil over winter. Step 4. Timing is everything. The best time to apply wood ash is late fall or early winter, right before the first frost. Why? Because this timing allows the ash to integrate naturally into the soil as the weather cools. During winter, your soil is not as active, which means there's less disruption to the ecosystem underground. The cold temperatures will help the ash break down slowly, so it can set the foundation for healthy, rich soil come spring. Step 5. Let nature do its job. Once you've applied the wood ash, you don't need to do much else. Water it in if needed, especially if the weather is dry, but if you're in a region where it's snowing or raining, nature will do the rest. The snow or rain will help break down the ash and allow it to integrate deeply into the soil. You'll want to avoid covering it with mulch right away. Let the rain and dew spread the nutrients deeper into the ground. Once you've poured that wood ash over your garden beds this December, the magic starts happening beneath the surface. Now, you won't see the effects overnight, but trust me, in just a few months, you'll notice a huge difference. 1. Healthier, more resilient soil. First and foremost, your soil will become healthier and more resilient. When you apply wood ash, it improves the structure of the soil, making it looser and more friable. This means plant roots can penetrate deeper, take up more nutrients, and grow stronger. The more aerated your soil is, the better it holds moisture and the easier it is for plants to thrive. It's like giving your soil a much-needed breath of fresh air. This leads to healthier plants that are more disease-resistant and able to handle any environmental stresses. 2. Improved nutrient absorption. Wood ash isn't just about adding nutrients to your soil. It's about making the nutrients already in your soil more accessible to your plants. By raising the pH of acidic soils, wood ash creates a more neutral environment, which helps your plants absorb nutrients more efficiently. This means your plants will get more from the soil without having to rely on constant fertilization. Over time, you'll notice your soil becoming more self-sustaining. You won't need to feed your plants as much because the soil will feed itself. 3. Increase microbial life. The amazing thing about wood ash is how it supports the microbial life in your soil. Unlike fertilizers that often harm beneficial microbes, wood ash provides a boost to your soil's ecosystem. The minerals in the ash feed microorganisms like bacteria, fungi, and earthworms that are essential for breaking down organic matter and cycling nutrients. The more active your microbial life, the healthier your soil becomes, and that translates to stronger plants and bigger harvests. 4. Long-term soil improvement. One of the biggest benefits of using wood ash is that it's not a quick fix, it's a long-term solution. While chemical fertilizers give your plants a temporary boost, wood ash builds healthy, fertile soil over time. The minerals in the ash improve the soil's nutrient-holding capacity, meaning you won't need to rely on constant fertilizers. Over the years, your soil will become more productive, and you'll see better plant growth with less effort. 5. Eco-friendly and sustainable. What's even more incredible is that wood ash is a natural, eco-friendly solution. When you apply wood ash, you're not polluting your soil or water like you might with chemical fertilizers. It's a simple, sustainable method that works with the environment. Plus, it helps sequester carbon in the soil, which can actually help combat climate change by trapping carbon in the earth. So, if this method has been around for centuries, why are farmers rediscovering it now? Well, it's because modern farming has come to a point where we're realizing the limits of chemical fertilizers and industrial agriculture. Over time, we've seen how relying on synthetic products can deplete the soil, harm the environment, and increase costs year after year. Farmers today are starting to understand that healthy soil is the foundation for a healthy farm. It's not about feeding the plants immediately, it's about building soil that can feed itself over time. And that's exactly what wood ash is. In fact, regenerative agriculture, a movement focused on sustainable farming practices, has gained a lot of attention, and wood ash fits perfectly into this system. Instead of adding chemicals and synthetic fertilizers that only solve the problem temporarily, regenerative farmers are looking for natural, long-term solutions that work with nature. Wood ash is a perfect example of this. It's an organic, low-cost, and highly effective way to improve soil health, and it's a great addition to any regenerative farming system. It supports microbial life, builds soil structure, and provides essential minerals, all while being environmentally friendly. More and more farmers are turning to methods like wood ash to create resilient, self-sustaining soil systems that reduce their dependency on chemicals and fertilizers. And the great news is, this isn't just for large farms. If you're a home gardener, small-scale farmer, or anyone looking to grow sustainably, this method can transform your soil and help you grow healthier crops without relying on expensive inputs. Wood ash is making a comeback because it works, it's affordable, and it's exactly what modern farming needs to become more sustainable and self-sufficient. The future of farming is about sustainability. Conventional farming has shown us the damage caused by overusing synthetic fertilizers and chemicals, soil depletion, water pollution, and higher costs. The shift toward regenerative agriculture is already underway, and wood ash is an easy, affordable solution to help us transition to healthier farming practices. Wood ash doesn't just boost plant growth, it restores soil health long-term. It raises soil pH, improves structure, and supports microbial life, all while reducing the need for synthetic inputs. This method isn't just for large-scale farms. Home gardeners and small-scale farmers can benefit from it too. With regenerative practices like wood ash, we're creating more resilient farming systems that help us grow food sustainably without harming the planet. As climate challenges grow, we need natural solutions that work with nature, not against it. Wood ash is one small, powerful step toward building that future. So, if you're looking for a way to improve your soil and help build a more sustainable future for your farm or garden, wood ash is a game changer. It's not just a short-term fix. It's a long-term solution that improves soil health, supports plant growth, and restores the natural ecosystem beneath your feet. Remember, the future of farming isn't just about using more chemicals. It's about working with the natural rhythms of the earth to grow food in a way that's better for the planet and for us. Wood ash is just one of many natural amendments that can help us build healthier, more sustainable farming systems. So let's use what nature has already given us. If you found this video helpful and want to learn more about natural farming solutions and sustainable gardening, be sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon for more tips. And don't forget to share this video with anyone who could benefit from a more eco-friendly and cost-effective way to improve their soil. Together we can create a healthier, more sustainable future for farming, one step at a time.